it's usually like a zigzag pattern because your hips are off. So think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. All right, so you don't want to always muscle balance is not always a good thing. All right, it's not always a good thing, meaning when you're foam roller or stretching or doing some mobility work with some lacrosse ball. Correct, we'll go through some shoulder stuff. You can do the wall slides, actually around T-spine, reverse pattern squat. Again, that's going back to what? Reverse pattern squat is where you squat down low, right? And I'm going to go hand, hand, and back up. That's an opposite pattern of what? Here. It's a very simple corrective you can do every day in your warm-ups. All right, and I'll do it with the band a lot of times too. We'll do a little bit on the hips, lower back, feet and calves. I'm finding this out at 46 years of age. I did not take good care of my feet. Everything you do in your workout starts at the feet. So you've got to take care of that plantar fascia, the Achilles, all the intrinsic. I would recommend, if you can, if you're near, do some barefoot training. It's going to very much help your clients with coming up the chain. It's going to get into the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, and it's going to help their backs. A lot of lower extremity problems come from the hips because the feet are weak. You're wearing this all fancy Nike footwear, KDs, and all that stuff today. It's horrible for our feet. Your feet get weak because they sit in a shoe little brace all day, and they just get weak and atrophy when we run on treadmills, right? A lot of people do that. Getting out into some grass, sand, something unstable, obviously no glass or nails, will definitely help your client. I didn't tell you to do that if it hurts, though. Guidelines on your correctives, watch your gait patterns. Get used to just watching people walk. Go to the mall and just take a notepad, don't tell them. You don't want to creep them out. Like, there was a creeper at the mall today. Like, when they walk, do they rotate one side more? Is the shoulders not, they just move at the elbows? Is one foot rotated in? Right? Is one foot, they walk up the hill on one side and land? What is the gait pattern? That's going to tell you as you watch your, when they come and they start pulling up, walking up to your training session, start looking for those cues so you know how to train them. Get length to the tight muscles, right? I talked about this, strength and weak. Activate the inhibited. Those are the muscles that shut off from sitting for a long time. And then usually it's your glutes pretty bad. And correct the firing patterns will correct themselves if you train them properly over time. So when and how to use correctives before, during the warm-up, between exercises if you like. These are just, again, different ways. You don't want to spend a ton of time on it, but you do want to throw them in there, okay? Right after your hardest exercise, so if you're recovering, a transition to your next phase of your workout is a great time to use it real quick. Unload or recovery weeks are great weeks to use that kind of stuff. And then as a cool down, or again, I recommend 1 to 2 sets. Your reps can be 8 to 20 or even up to 25 if you want. Again, it's real short and sweet. Tricks here. All right, I know I'm moving fast. Combinations, we're going to go over this here in just a second. You can use bands and dumbbells together, or even body weight. I didn't put that out there. Loaded or unloaded. I love to do dumbbells and footwork. Strength work with correctives. That's really good because when you do strength work, what? It's tight. So we'll go back and fix it and lengthen it. That keeps a lot of bad stuff from happening. It's preventative. Dumbbell complexes are real good. Progression, eccentric, isometric, and concentric. Eccentric, you tear the muscle down, make it sore, it's stronger, it rebuilds the cellular level of the muscle, so that when you come back and you start really hammering them, they got the tissue strength to do that. Do that for a couple weeks, then maybe go to an isometric where you're actually holding, and now you're ready for what? Your concentric, whereas a lot of times we start with the concentric. So don't forget the eccentric part of your workouts. Work capacity, I love this, we can go for time. So I can put a group of 50 out there, and we can go for time. How many rounds can you get in that time? And you can have tempos for that. Or reps. And then the 80-10-10 rule is simple. 80% of your workout is strength and conditioning. 10% is what? Mobility and flexibility. 10% of correctives. That's a good rule of thumb when you look at your sheet. All right? Now, I'll tell that in a second. Let's do some demos. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Where's my time at?
Coach, you're doing good. You got about 20 minutes.
Good. Perfect. Grab a couple of these. All right, we're just going to look at some of this band work here. And I'm just going to roll through some exercises we use in school, and I'm going to talk a little bit about technique, as it definitely is important. So I'm going to use a light red band. You could use orange. It doesn't have to, I could go all the way. Some of my tennis guys can use green. They can go green, purple. I can double them up. So again, I'm going to do really light because I don't want to be sore as crap tonight when I get home. So you always want the band on the ground flat. Step into the instep. You want some play in the ground there. It should be nice and loose. All right, toes are set up nice. A little bit of a flare there. And again, I can do a front squat, right? I can go here, pressing the knees out. If I want to do more of a back squat, I can kind of counterbalance as I come down, right? I can also, what I like to do with some of my overhead sports, this gets tricky as you get to a bigger band, but a squat to a press and pull. I get a little scap retraction here. So squat, press, and hold, all right? So that's one way we can do it. Split squat's a little trickier. Step into one foot. So whatever leg is that is on, you want to go opposite shoulder like you're putting on a shirt. All right? So I'm just going to step inside it, just like that. Cross off. Should be fairly comfortable. And I can just squat here. Boom. Again, any band exercise, I can pick up dumbbells too. Do the same thing. I can have dumbbells here, one loaded here. I mean, you can hold one out here. You can be very creative in what you do with it, just to make it different. So split squats each side, pull aparts. Again, this is a real widely used exercise. A couple things on you're talking about firing patterns, right, with the shoulder. A lot of people, I see this in our athletes, they recruit with the track because the posterior shoulder is weak. So notice when somebody's doing something, if it's wrong, there's always some other muscle that's, hey, help us out, it's picking up the slack and compensating. And so when you do this, look for packing the shoulders down and back. Wrists are out and pull. All right, so I can kind of, I can get like 50 reps in here and be straight. But if you do it right, with just a light band pack, shoulders back, retracted, wrists are out, chin is back, lengthen that neck. Again, you want a tall crown on that because that's going to fix some of the neck from all this. And you're really weak here. This is turned off. It's not working because of this. It shuts off. I went to a doctor though just a couple days ago, a couple weeks actually, and they're actually having to do surgery on people now because they're doing this so much. This is just shutting off. They're having to go in and fix it. And they're having trouble breathing because it's so closed off. So again, this goes into your tips and tools and tricks when you're working with your different clientele. Saucers, dig the elbows in, palms up. Really tough exercise for the posterior shoulder. I mean, it's already burning after about 5 to 6 reps. I can do palms down or I can do palms up. Either one, okay? Again, you want more tension, just close it in or go to a bigger band. Shrugs. Again, same thing. Just step in. It should be nice and loose. I can shrug here. I like to squat with a shrug like that. Or you can even make it dynamic. So it's just up to you. Single leg row or single arm row. Same thing. Nice and slack, nice and even. Long stance, big chest, long crown. Squeeze and hold. I can pull back to the hip. I can pull high. So you can just change that angle. You can go 3-way on it. All right, the other one I like to do is you come here and hold and do isometric hold and get the opposite sides firing. So just think of that. Y'all got me sweating today. I'm good, baby. I'm good. Push-up plank with a march. Round the thumb. This, if you get mad at the client, you don't like them, make them do this. You want them to leave. They're not CG worthy. Get out of this. This is drive them out. This is raid right here. It's not called raid. Put it on like a shirt. I see a lot of people doing this, all right? We'll kind of go, I used to do it wrong for years. We'll kind of go over the shoulder this way, like that. So you don't want to be here because it's trapping my scapula. So I want to come behind. It should be in the small of your back. Just like everybody see that? Comfortable on the thumbs. Again, I'm just in a plank position. Just hold, you can just hold it for time. Pack the shoulders, rotate out. Again, I can do like a cross version. You can just do knee taps. That's a real easy one. But just hold it. You can do push-ups. So a lot of different variations. try it yourself. It's horrible. We were in Europe with volleyball in 13, and coach got mad and played bad. So we went to the beach, and I took bands. We did push-up planks for a long time. We played much better the next time we played a European team, so it's very effective. Simulate RDL. Same thing, step over. This is a real good corrective too. I like to do it with a wall or a target. And whatever foot the band is on this one is going to be your kick foot, all right? And I want to look at hips and tall, chest, square shoulders, and then again, balance and reach, all right? And hold. Try not to put the foot down if you can, help it, and hold it, all right? Don't collapse. So single leg RDL, good post chain exercise, you can vary the band. RDL, if that one's too hard, you would regress or progress. RDL here, boom. Just regular double band. All right, again, crank the tension, maybe do that first to teach them how to hinge, and then go to the single leg. Of course, we're not going to do it, but curls, triceps, especially when you're getting ready for the weekend. Fellas, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding, I'm not going out. My wife will feel it. I love my wife. You can also use this to do footwork, the band. Again, I can do any kind of footwork here. I can do hammer time stuff over fast. You can go to a plank and do footwork or handwork with the plank over the band. So again, I'll take a band like this in the winter with our girls. We won't move from that spot for 45 minutes, and they will be smoked and drenched, and we went just to a red band. That's all we did. They still talk about it when we do it, because they don't like it. But again, but they like it the way I do it is, where's my fellas at? Let's put EJ and
Tyler.
Tyler, come on up.
Hey, Coach. Donnie.
Appreciate it, bud. So all we're going to do, so EJ, I'm not making that brother mad right there. So EJ, I want you to just do any kind of forward drill you want on there, all right? And you're going to stand over there and watch it, all right? Now, here's the rule. Okay, we're going to go 5 seconds. Everybody say this with me. A silent partner is a bad partner. So, I know EJ gonna get it in. You gonna get it in? But we're gonna see what kind of partner EJ or Tyler's got here. So you need to encourage like he works. I'll say ready, go, and I'll say stop. 5 seconds. Ready? Hit!
Come on, baby, that's all you got. Slow.
Stop. So that's one way you can do it. You want to judge. So a lot of times in workouts, you're looking at the person working, but really, you know what? The person that's not working needs to bring energy. Are they tuned in and engaged and want to be with you today? So you got to snap them out of their shell a little bit. So don't always just gauge it off how hard somebody's working, right? Another thing you can do. We've done this recently with some of our athletes. Okay, we can do an RPE scale. That's rate of perceived exertion. It would be interesting if you had an app or a sheet when people leave, they rate your workout that day. Some people will be like, oh, 10 is the hardest work I ever did. Why? Because you know what? That individual, maybe they're going through a divorce. And they just need to let out some stress. Get off of them, baby. Pull them upside and love on them. But then maybe another one needs butt kicked. You need to take this 14 and break it off in there every day.